All right, gentlemen.
Let me find my spot here.
Find your spot, find your mic, and gentlemen, start your microphones.
Yeah. What is the kind of base for today? Is it just me all over the place?
It always is, brother.
All right.
Guys, I'm doubling up on podcasts today. I'm doing ours right now, and I'm going on Broke Boy later.
Nice.
That?
Those are my buddies from. We're also recording right now, Pat. So.
No.
Yeah.
Is that for real?
Yeah. It's okay.
Well, you didn't talk like you were introing a podcast.
Oh, you can introduce us. Just say, welcome back to the Jewel Pod podcast.
Do you want it like really announcery?
Sure.
It's just the Jewel Pod podcast?
The Jewel Pod podcast, yes. Not the Jewel podcast. Don't call us the Jewel podcast.
Now I'm tempted.
Okay.
All right. Welcome back to the Jewel Pod podcast.
Oh, we're going to use that as a sound bit.
That's good. That's good.
Hello, everyone. Today we are joined with Pat Cranston. So good to have you here.
I don't want to say that's a hallmark of Gage Dawson getting
Fine,
names
whatever.
wrong.
I'll say your name right. Pat.
No, actually, I think I preferred the anonymity where you got my name wrong, and so
Fine.
nobody could come
I'll
back.
cut it, and no one will know your real name.
'Kay.
And I'm joined by best podcast host ever, Jack Carson Bailey.
Let's go.
And Tyler's here too again.
Yay, Tyler.
Hey guys. Hi.
Hey, we appreciate you.
Hi.
Jack appreciates you, man.
Okay.
I just met you guys, but you seem appreciable.
Yeah.
I can appreciate
Gage
it.
doesn't think so, but
I didn't say that.
well, no. Yeah, I get it. That's just the bit.
Not a bit.
Yeah.
It's the bit. It's just a bit. Just a bit.
That's what I say in my head.
That's a phrase I used to hear all of the time in the comedy community.
Bit?
And it was weird to hear people who don't work in the comedy community just talking. No, it's just a bit. That's a bit. It's a bit. I hear you guys. The one time I've heard the Jewel Pod podcast.
There we go.
Yeah, I heard you guys say bit a lot. Do you guys work
We
in
do.
sketch comedy?
Yeah, you could say that. We're kind of like known, not just throughout Northeast Nebraska, but kind of throughout the entire Midwest for, our comedy and acting skills.
And by Midwest, you mean the world?
Yeah, kind of like the world.
We do have listeners in South Africa. One.
We have one listener in South Africa.
Is it Ricky?
It's Ricky's brother.
Oh, there you go.
Oh, really? I know another
I don't
one.
know Ricky.
So we have
Oh, there we go. Then that counts.
we have two listeners from South Africa then, because Anya in my classes also listens.
Oh,
Wow.
So
there
But
we
she
go.
is in Wayne.
Yeah, but she's from South Africa.
So she'll bring it back.
we hit the demographic still. We'll count that as the demographic.
Yeah, we're just going to count that anyways.
Pat, you're my professor. Should we establish that maybe?
Sure.
Pat is my professor. He's my television professor, and he's done a great job. This is your first year here. You came from NCN, and you've done a great job taking over and really pounding out these last couple semesters with projects and just growing the radio station, I would say,
Well, the radio station?
or the television station. My apologies, KWSC.
Thank you. No, we've still got a ways to go, but it takes people who want to do stuff, want to make stuff. I think making television's fun. I was at News Channel Nebraska. Before that, I was in LA and New York, and especially at like a campus station, there aren't that many limits. You can kind of make whatever you want, and someone like me, I'm just here to be like, well, maybe try it this way and it'll be even cooler, or maybe that show like Hot Ones has already been done.
Pat won't let me do hot ones for our television station. I want to so bad. I want to get a professor on and just make him eat hot wings while I ask him questions.
I mean, we can do that separate of television. I will eat hot wings with you
Good.
if that's what it comes down to.
we'll do it for
It's
my
just that-
YouTube channel.
Well, no, not on YouTube. The show has been done. Don't steal it.
I think I'll just steal it.
It'd become better. I'm sure you can do it.
I mean, American television does have a history of stealing good ideas.
Exactly, and I just want to be the
worse,
next scumbag to do it. But Pat, you also have a lot of experience, as you were saying. You've lived in LA, you lived in New York. You've worked with a lot of very cool people. I might say Glass Animals being one of them. We talk about that a lot. You just brought that into class one day. We were freaking minds.
Yeah. Did you know? So Becca, who's in our class, has a friend who's apparently a giant Glass Animals fan.
She was our guest last week, actually.
Really, Becca, or her friend?
Becca.
Okay.
The Glass Animals.
It's not the Glass Animals.
Glass
it's just
Animals.
Glass Animals.
My apologies. Not a real fan. Fake fan.
But apparently her friend's a big fan, and so she had a birthday and was like, will you record a video talking about Glass? And so I just took a video in front of a signed poster of Glass Animals and talked about like the making of the video, and apparently her friend loved it. It was cool. That was like one of the first real jobs I had out in LA. It was 3 days of shooting, which was great.
Because you got to be in one of their music videos, correct?
Yeah. So they did 4 total days of shooting, and I got to be a part of 3 of them. Most people got 1, maybe 2. So day 2 of their shoot was the music video that I was in. Day 3 was like a full album shoot. So the album, How to Be a Human Being, it has... So there's like 11 songs based on 11 different characters because they were out like on the road a lot. They'd see all these people and they just kind of fill in the gaps with like what their stories were. Okay. So they wrote 11 songs based on 11 different characters, and my character happened to be the one from the first single. So cool, get to be part of the music video. But day 3 they had all the characters there for like the album cover artwork. And then day 4, they just did a bunch of like individual shots with me, and then they shot another music video for the person who had the 3rd single. Like they banged out 3 music videos in 4 days, which is kind of nuts. Yeah. Also, by the way, and I didn't realize this till the other day because I saw the guy's name trending. The director of the music video is a guy by the name of Neil Krug, and I saw his name trending, and I was like, why? He's marrying Lana Del Rey.
Oh.
Yeah. Wow. That's interesting.
Cool. Pat, you were also, for a brief period in time, the #1 salesperson in the entire company of Best Buy.
Yeah, you're really pulling out my biggest credits, man.
Yeah, man. It's cool stuff. I like it. Can you tell a little bit about like that time there and also what else you were doing in New York?
Well, when you do comedy, which is what I was doing, work can have some spaces between them as far as like the entertainment industry. Even like my friends from Drunk History, like once that got canceled, they were just like, what do we do? Because they knew every year what time they were going to be working, and then that would pay all their bills for the year. And then once it went away, they were kind of lost for a little bit. But so while I was doing comedy in New York, yeah, I sold computers in the bottom floor of a Midtown Manhattan Best Buy. So, really making things happen.
Yeah. When you lived in New York, did you meet any celebrities like any of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles or anyone from that comic book at all?
Was Kevin Durant in the Ninja Turtles comic books?
No.
Okay, never mind then.
Yeah. I would just keep that to yourself.
Man, which Ninja Turtles are we talking?
The Teenage Mutant ones.
No, I mean like 1990s one?
Yeah, Gage. Yeah, which turtles are we talking about?
The ones from Fortnite.
Oh my gosh.
I grew up on the Ninja Turtles. Like it was cartoon, and then I went with my grandparents when I was little to see Field of Dreams.
Are they in that?
Yeah, Kevin Costner played Shredder. But so the trailer was the live action Ninja Turtles. That was the first I'd seen that they were doing a live action Ninja Turtles. We didn't have Google back then, and I nearly flew out of my little tiny movie theater seat, and my grandma had to like pull me off the ceiling. I was jacked.
Jacked.
Oh,
Jacked.
Yeah.
Who's everyone's favorite turtle?
Purple.
Well, you
Donatello?
say his name.
Yeah.
You're better than this.
You're better than that.
Okay, he's got the staff. Okay.
I'm going to just go with Raphael.
Really?
Are you an angry person?
Well, the only reason I go with Raphael is because there's like that, I can't even remember anymore, but there's some like lore about like a thing where like Raphael goes off and kills all the Ninja Turtles.
Whoa.
It's like a separate comic.
So that's why he's.
Are you talking about like?
No.
You are angry.
I think I know that one. It's like, isn't it like The Last Samurai or something? Because I think in some versions it's actually Michelangelo, and all the other Ninja Turtles die, and so he's the last one alive, and like kind of takes all of their weapons and stuff, and like goes on like a really revengeful mission.
Wow. That doesn't feel very Michelangelo.
That's the thing is you wouldn't expect it from him, but since all of his brothers and
lurking
dad are dead,
the surface.
Which by the way is my favorite. The right answer, Michelangelo.
I don't want to double up, and it was always Michelangelo was everybody's favorite growing up, and I wasn't
Mikey.
that. I didn't want to do everything everybody else did, but yeah, Michelangelo was the funny one, man.
Yeah, I was
Plus
gonna say
you're orange like he is.
Exactly, so that's why it works. But if you would have said Leo, we could have had all of them, and we could have become the Ninja Turtles.
I mean, I don't know. We need a leader. I'm the old one, so I guess.
Perfect. Who's gonna be our dad? You could have been the dad too.
I could have been Splinter.
Yep.
So how do you even like get involved? How'd you get connected to the Glass Animals thing, and how much does something like that cost? Like for them to run, like get video shoots like that? Are those?
Oh God,
really?
I don't know what their overall budget was. I know 3 shoot days paid my rent for that month, so that was nice.
Yeah.
But when I got into comedy, so I started with stand up, and then eventually eventually sketch and then improv. But the reason I started with stand-up, because I started in Bethlehem, Pennsylvania, not exactly the biggest market in the world. The big reason I started doing stand-up is because I like both writing and performing, and I kind of got a chance to do both of those within that. But I kind of wanted to parse them out, especially once I got out to L.A. And, I had eventually a commercial agent. I had a few national commercials and stuff. But, I would send kind of myself out for auditions and kind of put myself up for things. And I got one, I believe it was like on a Sunday in Hollywood for this music video. I think I had heard like a song or two from their first album at the gym, but I didn't really know Glass Animals at that point. Mm-hmm. And I got this audition, and it was I didn't think the description fit me, but apparently the band and their original director didn't see eye to eye, so things were kind of going out, and I was apparently the type of person they were looking for. I'm a nerd. They wanted that. But they had it was like a way different sort of description of the character in the casting. They hadn't changed that yet. But so I get there, and there are all these like sort of gruff guys in beards and lab coats, and I don't have a lab coat. And so I just was there in like a nerdy suit with my glasses and just kind of leaned into it. And I could kind of feel like when they were doing things, I was like, this is really easy. Like I feel this role. Mm-hmm. But that happens sometimes, and you usually don't get it. Like the things are just really competitive. Like you kind of learn like, oh yeah, you're going to get no a lot. But I was in there, and then not long after that, I almost didn't go to that audition because it was a Sunday in Hollywood. I didn't want to drive there. I was tired. Uh-huh. And because it didn't feel like a fit. But I got called back shortly after that, and it moved pretty quickly. And then I went to Santa Monica for the fitting. Like I say, I didn't really know the band, so I walk in, and there are like three dudes sitting at the beginning, or in the entrance of this area, and then I go back to the costuming area, and there's a lady and then a guy with glasses, and the guy's like super into like getting me costumed and making the costume just right. And then I figure out that's the friggin' lead singer. He was like, he just has like a lot of vision, Dave, about everything that he does, and the rest of the band was there. Like they really take it all seriously. They didn't like the music videos for their first album, and so they like took a major creative lead for what they were doing for the second album, and it was awesome. Like it was really cool, and they just kind of remembered everybody and then like took care of everybody. So like when they came to the Greek or to the Shrine in LA, like anybody who was a part of that shoot would just like contact them or their manager and be like, hey, can we get tickets, because my wife's a big fan. So we'd go to the shows, and then like they did an album release thing right after the album. They brought as many of the characters back as they could, and it was like this sort of interactive event, so I got a chance to make more money, which was nice. But also it was like really fun, and I was in this recording studio, and one guy walked in like to the area where we were changing in the costume, and he's like, oh, last time I was here, Elton John was playing the piano right there. Oh, and Snoop Dogg was over there. And I was like, oh, well, that's wild. But then I walked in there, I was getting ready to do this event for them, and their bassist, Drew, was like, hey, did I see you in another music video recently? I was like, how did you even remember that I exist? And also, how did you find that music video? Like, I don't know, they're just kind of like down-to-earth dudes.
That's awesome. Yeah.
Anyways, like you had brought up beef, what do you guys think of like the Kendrick Lamar, Metro Boomin, J. Cole, Drake beef? And I'm not talking about
talking to me already, huh?
No. This is just how the podcast goes. And I'm not talking about the Drake leak beef.
Okay.
I'm talking
Okay.
talking the beef as a rapper yourself. How
Glass Animals does do a lot of songs with rappers. They've done one with Denzel Curry, with Joey Badass.
Pat, you are not Glass Animals. You are.
That's fair.
What's your
That's
rap
fair.
name? Come up with a rap name right now.
No.
Like last thing you ate, and like, those ones.
Yeah, little plus last thing you ate.
I feel like it would be culturally inappropriate for me to start my rap name with chow mein.
I like that.
That's fitting.
That's
Little
sweet.
chow mein.
I love
kind
that.
of.
Have you seen the beef at all with Kendrick and Metro
You might
Boomin?
have to explain it.
Yeah, please do.
So just out of nowhere, Metro Boomin drops an album, right? And Kendrick Lamar's featured on it, and he disses Drake and J. Cole and the Big Three, as they're called. Then J. Cole puts out a response to that about a week later on his own album, and then he shows up at a concert and he's like, guys, I shouldn't have done that. And then everyone's like, J. Cole, what are you doing, man? And now Drake just had a music like piece leak dissing them back, and
I listened to that. Pretty good.
pretty good.
I like it.
So whose side are you on between Metro Boomin and Kendrick Lamar and J. Cole and Drake?
I say this with all due respect. Your explanation did not help me decipher what was going on any better than beforehand.
I didn't want it to. I want you to really just kind of be blind and answer this.
Just go for
and then
it.
I'll judge.
50-50.
I'll judge your character based off of it.
Kendrick?
It's a good answer. They're both good answers. Actually, there's not really a wrong answer. Why can't we all get
Musically,
along?
I like Kendrick Lamar better than I like Drake.
I don't like Drake, but I like Cole. Pat, have you ever done a draft before?
A draft?
Yeah,
You mean like fantasy draft?
kind of, but we give a topic and you have to draft things from it.
I mean, that seems reasonable. I think I can do that.
The draft today is annoying things or like pet peeves that you have.
Oh, brother. All right.
This is
Can
gonna
I
be
go
good.
first on
You
this
can
one?
go first.
Pat, you're next.
We'll
right?
take
go.
we'll
Okay,
take 3.
okay.
So you get 3 drafts,
First round.
no boomerang, so it'll just go in a circle.
All right, bet. I was talking to Dawson about this today. It's when people are chomping.
Number 1, you don't like that?
That's number 1.
Okay.
That was mine.
Oh,
Actually,
It's
Well,
actually
No,
Pat's
no,
turn.
go
No,
around.
yeah.
No, go around. I'll go
oh, okay.
Hey.
I got to think on this more.
It's when people are like either opening a bag of chips or like their water. They're like crunching. Like, can you hand me that bottle real quick?
Yeah.
Yeah, thanks. Just so people know, like,
so loud.
Yeah, that's a
That's
good
So
one.
that's it? Okay.
Yeah.
Mine is, it applies for people walking on a sidewalk when they're in a line that's horizontal, and so you just can't pass at all. Or like down a hallway or something, and just friends are like walking in a group, and you just can't get past them because they're walking like slow, and it just drives me crazy.
Yeah. I will second that. That.
Well, it's my pick. You can't second
No.
it.
I'm just saying. I'm supporting.
He's validating
that one
you right now.
Yeah.
Oh, so you think I need male validation?
It sort of seems it.
well, you don't want to walk on the grass.
It's,
Well, like in a hallway, you can't. Am I gonna walk through a wall?
Just into the wall.
Excuse me,
yeah.
guys. Casper coming through.
that's the best way to make someone in New York mad, by the way, if you can't get around people. There's a misnomer about New Yorkers that they're like mean or grumpy all the time. They're just, they just got places to be. Some of the nicest people I've met are from like the Bronx, but don't keep them from getting where they gotta go. Let's see. You guys like know the person generally who like just tells you how much they work all the time, and you're like I do too. Like, shut up.
Yeah.
Like I feel like everywhere I've gone, like I don't know. Like there were those people at different jobs, at different locations. I feel like there's always that one person you see, and I'm not saying that's here, by the way. Don't anybody try and like decipher who. Like I'm not talking about anybody here. But yeah, do you guys know that person?
Yeah, and I'm gonna start doing that just to bother you.
Oh, you study so much. You give us so much homework too.
So much on my plate right now. Second round.
Second round. I did this to you at the mall the other day on purpose.
Oh my
You're walking right next to somebody, and then you start to speed up, and then you kind of cut them off, so they kind of have to just stand there, or they're gonna run into you, and you just slowly ease them towards the wall. You know what I'm saying?
That was gonna be my second pick, but like when you're driving, like a car's going slow and then you pass them and then they like speed up again, or like they'll pass you and slow down. Oh, I hate that.
Yeah, I was gonna actually just say Omaha drivers as a whole.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm not gonna lie. I hate like every time I go back home, and it is usually I somehow end up back home right at rush hour on the interstate.
Is that where you're from?
So like, and it's like once or twice a month. And it just, when we were driving downtown the other day, when I was driving alone, I took a wrong turn, and like that's why it took like 10 minutes to come back, because I'm like, wow, how do I get around this?
Should we talk about that, by the way? We celebrated my birthday this weekend in Omaha. It was fun.
Yep.
We'll talk about it
That's
later.
my pet peeve. No.
Oh, sorry.
No, yeah, Omaha drivers.
When GCoinz cuts me off. I'm gonna say, I really gotta think here. I got a lot of pet peeves. Things that make me mad.
I do have another one. Well,
We got a
go
third
ahead.
round.
When like,
you're
just
right.
when like Tyler talks, I'm gonna say. I'm just kidding. No, I'll say like, when you're just already in a bad mood and something like on your clothes or something like that just catches on like a doorknob or like a drawer or something like that, and it's just it sends you over the edge. You know what I'm talking about? Like maybe you got jeans on, that little loophole catches on like a doorknob, and you're like, how does that
yeah.
even happen? The doorknob is this wide and my jeans.
Yeah.
It's just inconvenient.
It is. That's my second one.
I'm tall, and so when there's a cabinet open or a cupboard door or something like that, and I catch a corner,
Oh, that's the worst.
I don't mind hitting a blunt object across my head, but a corner,
Yeah.
That hurts worse than anything.
Yeah.
Feels like I'm going to have my brains carved out by this cabinet, and it's the worst. Yeah, that hurts a lot. I hate it, and it's one thing to just, like, get me rolling around on the ground and like a tiny little baby.
Number 3. Let's get through it.
When somebody stomps on the back of your shoes and they're like, flat tire.
Oh, it's annoying.
I don't like that.
I've bamboozled all of you. I'm going to use all of this as ammunition. You guys are so
Really?
done. Just kidding.
No, like
Well, I
can't-
have the trump card in that I still have you for a potential grade the next couple weeks.
Yeah, so see how that goes.
No.
Just wait until
I can't think of anything better right now, so I'm gonna just say it. This was like a one-off situation that irked me so bad. It was like probably 5 to 7 page paper that I worked on for like a class a couple years ago. And mind you, it was like a 200 level class, but it was like our midterm, and then nothing, like our professor didn't grade it, so they just gave everyone auto hundreds.
Oh.
I'm like, so, which there's some people obviously that put a lot of effort into it, and some people that turned in like an hour before. Nothing against that. I did it, but like I just
Nothing against what I did.
no, but I was still proud of like how much I did in such a short amount of time. And like it was just auto hundreds.
Yeah.
That's good.
I'm
though.
like, well, yeah, for someone like me, sure. But like,
Why are you
so I
complaining?
complaining.
well,
about it.
because like I said,
No,
like,
I get it.
you know, there's people probably that did less than me, and there's people that did more than me, and just flat out everyone got the same score. So like, I don't think it was the midterm. It was something relating to it, but that kind of just upset me.
I'm kind of the same right now. I can't think of one that's. I know later I'm going to think of something and be like, oh, I should have said that. But right now I'm just thinking of this, and it happened this weekend as well. When you're like at a restaurant and like everything on the menu looks so good, and you like pick out an item,
Oh my god.
and then you get it, and it's just like a McDonald's like presentation, just not good at all.
So I'm not going to go with redheaded perms. I'm going to skip that one.
That would be a bad choice.
Yeah, that's a given.
I'm going to go with not knowing the difference of which lane you should be in, left or right. If the left is the passing lane
Yep.
for our friends from Iowa, and the right is for your normal flow of traffic.
In the shoulders for if you really gotta go. But yeah, anyways, we went to Omaha this weekend, celebrated my birthday. We hit some balls, we ate some food, and then we came home.
What'd you eat?
See, that's
See,
we went to
that's
this-
why he's all mad.
Yeah, we went to this burger place and I got a chicken sandwich, and it,
Well, that already is the
I
issue.
know.
Literally said
That's kind of the
50
joke.
burgers. That's what they're known for, and you ordered a chicken
it
sandwich.
sounded yummy, and it wasn't.
Dude, I had 2 chicken sandwiches and they were both good.
And Colby had a chicken sandwich. I'm the only one that even ordered a burger.
and the
I wanted
burger was
you guys
good.
to try the burger.
The burger was good. It was, anyways.
You all just defaulted.
But yeah, like Tyler said, we were supposed to go to some other place, and then he was kind of driving the car around trying to find a parking spot. And, there's so much to tell from here. I don't even know where to start. But he was coming around, and then we were waiting for him on the curb, and this other car that looked exactly like mine pulled up. And we like started walking to it, and it was this old man, and we're like, Tyler. I also got a fidget
So
spinner.
that was your assumption that your friend just aged very quickly?
yeah.
Waiting in traffic so long, apparently.
I also bought a fidget spinner for $1, and I was hanging it out the window, and it was going really fast, and that excited me. And I was driving around, and I was showing people. I was just hanging out the window and be like, guys, look, I'd point to it. And
The cop didn't like it, though.
I didn't like it, but other people did. There was one guy that was just like, he didn't really know what to do. He just kind of gave me the thumbs up and the smile.
By the way, I was hoping by your senior year you'd understand that visual representations of
Yeah,
gestures probably don't work well.
I didn't
on
really think
audio.
about that. That's why I specified that he gave me a thumbs up after. Sorry, audio listeners. Maybe you guys should watch the video version. There's no video version.
You
I love
upload a blank
how
screen.
everybody like turns.
We're like, are you recording these?
There's a camera right there. You
Yeah,
guys
it's
are
like
on.
Candy
You guys are on
camera.
a hidden prank show called the Jewel Podcast.
Yeah, that's
Exposed.
the prank. You're the only one that runs the show.
Pat, have you ever gave anyone a reverse wet willy?
That's a good question.
I don't even know what that is.
So instead of like licking your finger and then sticking it in their ear, you stick it in their ear and then lick your finger.
That's disgusting.
Gage does that.
This
all.
is. We're about to send you out with a degree.
Yes.
Your letter grade just dropped from that.
No, please.
No, I have not done that, and I will never.
Whatever.
You haven't either.
We'll just do a bit then. We'll
I
do
feel
a
like
bit.
these have been bits.
Nope.
Go for a bit.
No bits here.
Like, okay.
Pat hates it when we say bit.
No. It takes me back. I feel like I'm still going and doing sketch comedy every week at IO West on Hollywood Boulevard. You're taking me back to another time, guys.
There we go.
You hear that?
And in Hollywood, you perform with a lot of people younger than you. So this is, it makes it feel even more like it.
He's saying we could all make it in Hollywood.
Yes, exactly. That's exactly what I said.
That's totally exactly what he said.
I'll move.
Let's go.
Tyler, just stop.
I'm just dropping out. I don't need a CJ degree.
Okay, Pat's not gonna like this bit because it might be a little visual, but we're still gonna do it anyway, and we can do it for the video version, guys.
Yeah.
Hey guys.
Stay tuned. Tell me what you think of this bit, right? Mm-hmm. We're shooting a music video, take you back to the little glass animal days, but just nothing goes right. And so, Pat, you're gonna be our actor who just wants a lot of screen time. Jack, you're gonna be the actual music performer, the musical artist.
Okay.
And so you're the one I'm supposed to be. I'm the director and shooting it.
So it's supposed to be about me singing, and Pat really wants to get in the frame.
Yes. And then you are the sound guy, and you just can't seem to get the levels right.
And you're the director.
Yes.
All right.
And you ready, Pat?
Sure.
Okay, go. All right, everybody, let's get these last few shots done. We'll wrap up for the day. Jack, we're gonna have you.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just gonna frame this, and it's just gonna be you, just kind of rapping into the camera. And yep, sir. What's your name?
Oh, I'm Pat.
Pat. Okay, Pat. So you're not quite in this shot. We had you a few shots earlier in the day. Maybe we'll have one or two shots more, but just wait for that. Stand by. Sound guy, are we ready?
Yep. Can we take a couple tests, or
Yeah,
I think
Yep.
we're good?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. Way too loud. Back up from the mic.
All right, right here.
Oh, nope. Can't hear you, man. Can't hear you.
Hello.
Oh, actually, way too loud.
So can you get that? Are we good now? Can you get it figured out?
I think we're good on
I think
the
we're good
levels.
now. Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Are we ready? Quiet on set. And action.
Say something.
So,
a little loud.
So Pat, buddy. Pat, buddy, what are we? We're in the shot again. Remember how we just
I
talked?
was just going to Crafty. I wanted some bagels.
Oh, so you walked behind him, but then walked back out. Did you decide against the bagels?
I don't know. I'm undecided.
Okay, we're wasting time.
Gotta manage the carbs.
Yep,
while,
gotta manage them. We're wasting time. We're just gonna shoot it again and action go.
Here we
See if
are.
we can get it. And,
Yeah, there it is.
Great,
Oh.
Pat. Creep.
Okay.
Pat,
Yep.
nope.
And you need to
Yep.
stop being so loud in the mic.
Okay.
Okay. You're yelling.
All right. Gage,
Pat-
once you get this figured out,
Yep.
I'll be back.
No. And there we go. Yep.
Sounds
He's walking.
sounds
out.
like it's my turn
Pat,
to take
I'm
this.
you're actually good to go home for the day. We don't need you anymore
I'm a
now.
wrap?
Yep, you're a wrap.
Do you want me to take my my waiver to the PA for
Nope.
my?
Nope, that's fine. I
You're
honestly,
not
I
gonna
don't-
pay me?
Well, yeah, I'll pay you for the day. I don't know how much screen time you'll get in this video, but hey,
I'm gonna
love
speak to my SAG-AFTRA representative about this.
Okay, speak to your SAG.
We've only been here for 15 minutes.
Sound guy, are we on it? Can we?
Yeah, bro. I'm waiting for you to.
I
We
have
have
some
20
technical
seconds.
questions. I get that.
All right,
you're sending me home. Do we not already have sound for the music video? Like that should already be in the can.
Why are we
we're just getting
recording him?
visual,
Why are we recording him rapping?
He's right. Fire the sound guy. Get rid of the extra. Jack,
So I'm out of a job.
we have 20 seconds of footage. We're just gonna try to make it work.
Speak to your Yahtzee, your union rep, because you've already been on set today. You get paid for at least 8 hours.
Like that pizza you gave me earlier. That's not cutting it, bro. One slice. Seriously?
This is
It
a
was-
union
Look,
project.
I'll pay for everybody's day here. I just need this recorded.
Man,
Yes.
you are famous.
Bit over.
Dude.
All right, guys. This has been the Jewel Pod podcast. Pat Cranston, brother of Bryan Cranston from Breaking Bad. Thank you so much for coming on. I love the work that you did in Jack Bailey's music video. You were really good in it. Don't listen to what the critics say online. Thanks to the best co-host ever.
Yeah, I
could
got
ever
you.
ask for. Best friend, coolest guy I know.
Yep.
Humble, funny, just as good as they come, Jack Bailey.
Not a pro.
Oh, Tyler. Yeah, thanks Tyler for
Yep,
coming on
I'm
as well.
still here. I'm not gone early today.
Oh, that's
Guys, we have one more episode left. Tune in next week.
to the Jewel podcast.
It's not the Jewel Podcast. Whatever. See you guys again next week. Bye.